Cleveland! Way to go! First playoff victory since 1994. Congratulations to the Browns. Congratulations to Baker Mayfield getting his first playoff win. Can we just sit back and admire how the 2018 draft class is looking for our quarterbacks? The three quarterbacks from the 2018 draft that made the playoffs, all three of them won a playoff game. That's progression. That is definitely progression. Allen got his on Saturday. Lamar got his earlier today. And Baker just got his. Baker played a great game. I know people will probably look at it and say, well, even though he played a great game, he was up the whole time. He didn't face adversity. I don't care. It's the playoffs. Okay? It's the playoffs. Just because the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't know what to do on defense, were out there giving up big plays, that's not Baker's fault. Baker did what he needed to do. I'm just saying this now because I know people are going to try to take away from Baker's performance, specifically because the team was up by 28 and he didn't necessarily do much. I don't care. He got the job done. He threw 3 touchdowns. He looked nice. He made plays when he needed to. And at the end of the day, it's about winning. He won the game. His team won the game. So that's great. So congrats to Baker Mayfield for getting that first playoff win. Congrats to the Cleveland Browns for getting their first win since 1994. And most importantly, congratulations for beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me tell you something. I low-key wanted the Steelers to win and possibly get to the AFC Championship game because I wanted it to be that Baltimore either gets the AFC... No, I wanted them to get to the AFC Championship game after somehow upsetting Mahomes in the divisional round, which is something I didn't think was going to happen. Even though I'm a Ravens fan, I was like, I don't see that happening. Just not right now. If you face them in the championship game, maybe I have a good shot with that. But divisional round off a bye with Andy Reid? No. So I felt like if they somehow pull off the upset in the division round and met Pittsburgh there, they can get their revenge for round 3. But nah, screw that. Even though I want my revenge with that, Cleveland completely deserved this. This victory and this destruction and embarrassment they handed to the Steelers, this was 18 years coming. Because the last time the Cleveland Browns were in the playoffs was 2002. And they lost to Pittsburgh. So this was 18 years coming. This is their redemption. They had to pay the Steelers back. And boy, did they pay them back hard. That defense. Woo-wee. 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers they got. 4 of them were forced. The first turnover was the fumbled snap. No, it was a high snap. That was a fumble. They recovered in the end zone for a touchdown, which basically felt very similar to how Super Bowl 48 started for the, Broncos and Seahawks. So you know how that went. So yeah, that's how you start off the game, Pittsburgh. Oh boy. But the 4 turnovers, all 4 of them were picks by the defense. They picked off Ben Roethlisberger 4 times. Fantastic. Defense, for the most part, did their job. Yeah, they gave up 4 touchdowns, but who cares? They were up by so much that a comeback wasn't really going to happen. They weren't going to blow that lead. This is a different Cleveland team. If this was the factory of sadness Cleveland, no question they were blowing that lead. But we've already talked about this. Cleveland is a different team. They're not the same old Browns. So, yeah, they got the job done. Well done to that defense for doing their job. And offense, all you needed to do was just don't turn the ball over. Don't make mistakes. Don't force anything. Defense was making sure you guys were going to get opportunities. They were putting Baker and the crew on short fields. And it's like, okay, they don't really have to do much. Even though the Steelers defense is tough, if they're on short fields, you're going to be guaranteed 3 points if you got a solid kicker. And the Browns offense was just doing what they needed to do. I felt Cleveland had some level of comfortable feel once they saw Jarvis Landry break that for that huge touchdown that put them up 14-0. At that point, I'm looking at this like, you know what? I think Cleveland's going to be all right. I think they're going to get this victory. As long as they don't do anything stupid, they're going to get it. And they didn't do anything stupid on offense. So, fantastic. Cleveland, sit back, enjoy this win. A lot of critics, a lot of people criticized Baker Mayfield. There were things to be said. But at the end of the day, this is the best quarterback you guys have had since you've returned. No question. No question is the best quarterback you've had since you've returned. He leads you to an 11-win season. Yeah, you can talk about, this guy, running game this, running game that. But he's the quarterback, and he helped with that. Got you an 11-win season, and then wins Cleveland their first playoff game since 1994. Matter of fact, you could just say this is the first playoff win of these new Browns because we already know what happened to the old Browns team. We already know they turned into the Ravens. These Browns just got their first playoff win in franchise history. So Baker Mayfield was the one who helped them do that. Just congratulations all around to the Cleveland Browns for getting the job done. As for Pittsburgh, oh, man. You know, it's funny. People are going to blame Juju for this, but I don't know what you want Juju to do when freaking Ben Roethlisberger throws 4 interceptions. Let's start with Ben. Ben is done. Ben was garbage today. Nobody cares about the 4 touchdowns in garbage time. You were down 28, and the situation kept getting worse. They continued to score. You made it close at some point, but Cleveland really, when they needed to put their foot on the gas pedal, they just made the lead better. Congratulations to Ben for throwing the 4 touchdowns. He also threw for 500 passing yards, so great job on Ben. But he had those 4 god-awful interceptions. Oh, my God. Ben is done. He is done. This is the end. If Pittsburgh brings him back next year, you're only asking for trouble because you're not winning a Super Bowl with Ben Roethlisberger. His time is done. You need to let go and move on. I'm hearing people call for everybody's job. I mean, offensive coordinator got to go. People call for the defensive coordinator. Hell, people calling for Mike Tomlin's job. Like, everybody's getting called out. And I'm like, damn. Well, this is what happens when you're a one-dimensional team. And honestly, Pittsburgh, this is just embarrassing. You guys have now solidified yourselves as the worst 11-0 team in NFL history. You were 11-0, and you turned out to be a group of frauds. Actually, I don't even know if you can say that. Could they really be considered Yeah, you could argue that because they were 11-0 and they finished the season 12-4. How do you start 11-0 and then proceed to finish the season 12-4? You went 1-4 in your last 5 games? Bad. You know, I'm sure there are going to be Steelers fans that are looking back at Week 17's game and thinking, you know what? If we would have started Ben, we probably would have beat Cleveland, and we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Well, too bad. You underestimated the Browns. You know, the Browns are the Browns, right, Juju? It is what it is. They're going to crucify Juju on Twitter. They're probably doing it right now. They're going to crucify him so bad. And it's not like he could stop Ben from throwing 4 picks. Besides, Juju actually played well in this game. Even if it's in garbage time, he played well. He kind of did what he needed to do. Same time, there's nothing you can do. Defensively for Pittsburgh today, not much they can do. When Ben's throwing 4 picks and putting you guys in awful position, nothing you can do. I like the Steelers' defense, but at the end of the day, when they're going out there on short fields and Ben's turning the ball over and putting them in bad positions, how can they stop him? Because Ben and the offense are getting off the field quick. They're getting 3 and outs. They're getting 3 and outs. They're not doing anything with the football. And then as soon as they start moving down the field, Ben throws a pick. I mean, those defensive back, they got to be tired. The whole defense in general had to be tired going out there. Because whenever they made a stop, and then Pittsburgh go out there and do absolutely nothing with the football. And it's like, what? And then they would make a stop here. Pittsburgh would end up marching down the field. Oh, interception. What can you do with that? Good Lord, I felt so bad for the Steelers defense. They got a raw deal. Now, granted, not gonna lie, there were times where they just didn't play well. But you know what? Defenses are gonna give up touchdowns occasionally on long drives. It happens. You get tired. So I can't completely blame it on the defense because Ben threw 4 picks and screwed them over. But still, they definitely deserve a good chunk of the blame for their bad performance. They were really not tackling. They were not doing well with the tackling. I mean, there were times where they could have made stops. They got the guy down. They didn't. Landry probably shouldn't have broken for that touchdown, but it is what it is. Nick Chubb was really doing his thing. Shouldn't have let that happen as well. I mean, defense they looked tired. They looked out of it. They looked like they were ready to go home. Pittsburgh got embarrassed on their home ground by Cleveland. And the ironic part is they could have knocked out Cleveland in Week 17. And had they done that, they would have gotten the Colts. How ironic is that? Had Pittsburgh started Ben Roethlisberger at Week 17, they probably beat Cleveland because Cleveland actually, Mason Rudolph almost made a comeback. It's a good chance Pittsburgh beats Cleveland Week 17, and then Cleveland is out of the playoffs. And guess what? The Colts will move to the 6th seed. You just beat the Colts. That's a good matchup for you guys. So you could have had the Colts to start the wild card round, and it probably would have went in your favor. So it's very interesting how that works. The team you could have eliminated, you chose to rest your starters. And guess what? The backups performed better against Cleveland than the starters did. Oh my God. Embarrassment. Mike Tomlin might be fired. Ben Roethlisberger might be gone. This team might look completely different next year. Who knows? But hey, at least you started 11-0, Cleveland. Pittsburgh, am I right? Pittsburgh, you started 11-0. 11-0, right? You started 11-0. You swept Baltimore and Cleveland. Good job. And what did that get you? A first-round exit. Farewell, Pittsburgh. Farewell. I know that a lot of Yinzer fans right now salty, and they're going to continue to be salty. But guess what? It is what it is. Deal with it. You talked all that trash. You were arrogant after the 11-0 start, and this is what you get. I feel bad for the fans that weren't arrogant, but it is what it is. This is football. With that being said, Cleveland moves on to the divisional round, and they will take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you for that, Cleveland. I did not want Baltimore to take on the Chiefs. Not right now. I would much rather have the Bills because that is a battle-tested game, but that's something I believe the Ravens could win. That's a really good matchup. The Bills are a great matchup for Baltimore. That's a game I can see Baltimore winning. It's going to be a tough one, but Baltimore can get that one. But to think they would go to Kansas City in the divisional round, with Kansas City coming off of a bye, Andy Reid off of a bye is a frightening thing. I don't want that. Not to mention Mahomes rested. No. I didn't want any part of that. Cleveland, have at it. Have fun in Kansas City. I wish you the best of luck. I needed Baltimore to go to Buffalo. Not saying they're going to win that game against Buffalo. I'm just saying that's a better matchup for Baltimore, especially right now. Who knows? Maybe they lose to Buffalo anyway. But that's just a better matchup. Had they had to go to Kansas City, I'd be sweating bullets right now. Eventually you're going to have to go to Kansas City to get to the AFC Championship game. And if you beat Buffalo, you'll definitely meet them there, which I'm cool with. I'm cool meeting them there, but just not in the division round. I don't want to deal with Andy Reid off a bye. That is frightening. So, no. Cleveland, good luck to you guys. With that being said, congratulations to the Browns. You won a playoff game, and you took down Pittsburgh. So that's a double win. And now you get to talk trash to them as they cry and talk about their six decrepit rings that they won over so long. Last ring they won was in 2008. I mean, over a decade since they won the championship. And they've won 3 playoff games since. It's what it is. But yeah, congrats to Cleveland. As for Pittsburgh, we'll see you next season. Good luck figuring this nonsense out. I know everyone's pissed off, but yeah, figure it out. With that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.